So this is the story of me and my sister. My sister was basically my best friend. Her name was Iman. She was born in 1990. She was always 10 years older than me. The day of her death, she was 18. I was 8. My sister changed me in multiple ways, even before and after the accident when she was not here anymore. She was like my best friend, to be honest. Like, she would always tell me stuff about her and her relationships, her going to school, about her feeling when guys would be looking at her in a way, and she would feel like intimidated, and etc. So I feel like, at that point of my life, like, I understood, like, we have to respect women. Like, women have to be respected. We shouldn't be treating them like dogs like we do nowadays and back then. And like, that's something I would like to thank my sister a lot. If she was still here, like, I'll tell her thank you of showing me like how your sufferance kind of opened my eyes to not make other women suffer. So let's come back to the situation of my sister's death. Me and my sister kind of got into a fight the day of her death, and she went to, open up to my mother. And my mother did not kind of help the situation. She kind of put back the blame on her, saying like, "Oh, it's your fault that Amin has all these ways. He's always chilling, hanging out with you and your friends, even though you're not supposed to. You guys are much older than him. You shouldn't be showing him bad words, stuff like that." She got into another fight talking about financial problems. My sister got her new car. She bought it. She has a problem with the bank. She had more problem with schools, and like, my mom wasn't making it easy right after the fight I got with her. So my sister kind of took the car and she left, and she was calling her boyfriend on the road, saying like, "Oh, I feel like talking," and everything. And her boyfriend also, he didn't really help the situation, to be honest. Like, he was talking about all the stupid stuff she was doing and everything, and like, she kind of felt attacked, so she was vexed because like, she couldn't go open up to her own boyfriend. And then again, she hung up on him after the fight she had with him on the phone. And she called her best friend. Her best friend wasn't answering, picking up, like, for multiple hours. She was just driving around, until her best friend picked up, and she was like, "I'm sorry, we can't chill today. I can't talk for some stupid reason, apparently." And my sister was there, left alone. She was sad because she was getting into a fight with all the people she loved, let's be honest. Like, we all had this feeling of like being alone, feeling so empty, feeling like you're fighting with everyone, even though like you just wish those people were here to help you, and instead of pointing your wrongs, helping you to erase them or change them. It was a tough day for my sister, that's what I gotta say. And to be honest, what the autopsy says is that she was probably crying on the road. She wasn't seeing properly. She was probably wiping her eyes. She lost control of the vehicle flipped, and she died. My sister was a wonderful person, to be honest. She was always there to be like, helpful, help around the house, help around at the neighbors, even with her younger friends. I know her school wasn't really like her best thing, to be honest, but she had this thing that like, she wanted to help others, like where she failed, she would like to see other people succeed. And I guess that's what kind of made my sister that day emotional. Like, my sister Iman kind of felt like her helping everyone, and the only day that she like just helped, everybody had to go against her. And I cannot feel more sorry, and I kind of sometimes blame myself, because I feel like nothing would have happened if I probably did not got into that fight with her. After the accident, I remember I used to wake up every morning, knock at her door. She would never allow me really walk in her room without knocking, her letting me, saying, "You can come in." So for probably 4 months, every morning, I used to wake up, go at her door and knock, until my mom would come, grab me and say, "Amin, stop. You cannot do this every day. She's gone. You have to admit it. Amin, just admit it. Admit the fact that she left." I guess I didn't really want to. I guess like, I assume I was probably in denial for the longest time. And that kind of made stuff worse for me at school. worse with me, with my friends, sports, everything. A year after, I could say I saw through the problem. Like I managed to accept it, and everything was so difficult. Everybody was looking at you. Eventually, everybody knew about the situation. So at the age of 10, I told myself I had to have a habit or anything, like something I could do to change my mind, and that's what I did. I kind of followed my sister's steps. My sister used to have a beautiful voice. She used to sing stage and everything for her school, her college, and I told myself, why can I not try to sing? I realized I didn't have a voice, so I tried to make my family laugh, doing jokes and everything. And I guess this is where I'm getting my inspiration to become a comedian. It's because my sister was always a star stage. She was never good at school, she was never good at work, but she would be beautiful on the stage, her eyes shining, her voice going through all our hearts. And I guess it gave me a habit, and I took this part of me that was sad, and I told myself my sister would be happy if she saw me right now. And year after year, I guess I got more talented and more talented. If there would be one thing I could tell my sister right now, is I'd like to tell her thank you. Thank you for making me the person I am. Thank you for looking up for me from wherever you are. And I also tell her, keep watching. Because with her as a mindset, I feel like I could do anything. I can realize anything. Thank you.
I've known Amin for about 10 to 11 years now, so I think it's safe to say that we have a pretty great friendship. For the people that know me and him, we're like brothers to one another, so he tells me everything. And obviously when this happened around the 4th, 5th grade, and tell yourself we were only 10 or 9 years old, so we've been through a lot, especially him, considering that this affected the way he grew up. Before this had happened with his sister, he was, and he still is, he's this happy, energetic guy that just wants the best out of people. And when that happened, that changed. He went through hard times, depression, and tell yourself he's only 10 years old, so this is tough on a kid. So at that moment he grew up. I feel like a part of him, he lost a part of himself, because obviously this is his sister we're talking about, and I'm glad I was there to be part of his life for so many years, because I've seen him change. Because as much as people think that he's kind of childish and stuff like that, deep down he has a great sense of maturity for his age. In our friend group, he's kind of like the father figure. He's always looking out for us, and he's not even the oldest, but mentally he's up there. And I always remember him telling me when we were starting high school that if I ever needed anything, and that if anybody was ever giving me trouble, to call him. And that's something that I'll always remember, because it's people like that you really want to keep by your side, because they know what they're talking about, and they're not the type of people to mess around with. And not to say that he's a scary guy, but he is pretty big. But no, Amin's he's a really great person. He's genuine. It's hard to find people like that, and I'm very grateful to call him a brother and a friend. And